Good morning. Today, our scripture reading is on Matthew 7, verse 1. It says, "Do not judge, for you will be judged." And it then goes on to say, "In the same measure that you judge others, the same measure will be used to judge you." The first instruction of this verse says, we must not do something. Do not judge, not open for discussion. But should you go ahead, it then speaks about the consequences that will follow. If you judge people anyway, what will happen is that, for example, if you judge people harshly, if someone does an error or you pass judgment, you say, "I knew you were going to do this. You are this kind of person. You are unreliable. You can't be trusted. You won't amount to anything. You are bad." You pass judgment in a way that doesn't show kindness or sympathy or empathy. It says that when your time arrives to be judged, the same measure will be used to judge you. And I find that quite a little bit scary, because it sort of forces us to pause and think about how we treat others. I think a lot of people, especially in religious circles, as most of you will know, that a lot of wars have been caused by religion. On the contrary, a lot of killings have happened in the name of religion. Religion ranks somewhere up there as a cause of war. And this is only rooted in the fact that people are judging one another, which in the first place, we are not supposed to judge anyway. In fact, we are supposed to show love to one another. We spend a lot of time differing on small things. I've seen how different religious groups have fought over small things. But if you look at the whole ideas of religion and different religions, they're mostly about love, doing good to your neighbor, avoiding adultery, and not stealing from people. A lot of these things are so common on this many religions, Christianity or Islam, all of them, most of them, they speak about do not steal, show love, and all of those things. But because we are so fixated and we are so concerned about judging each other, we find a way to find the smallest of things to sort of divide, create a divide amongst ourselves. So this morning, I'm just appealing to your noble convictions, or to just anyone who's listening to this, to say it is not our job to judge. Even if you thought that the person is doing not the right thing, of course you can correct the person if you want to, but you do not have the mandate to pass judgment, because that's what we are told not to do. It goes on to say that in verse 2, that how can you remove a speck in your brother's eye without seeing that you've got a speck in your eye? Don't we do that? A lot of us do that. We are so concerned about the wrong things, the mistakes our neighbors are doing or our friends are doing, that we forget to introspect and look at ourselves. But Jesus Christ in this verse, he says, we should be critics of ourselves. We should criticize our own work. We should want to become better. Before we want to correct other people, we must change. We must become better versions of ourselves. And I think this scripture is so empowering in two ways. It forces us to look at ourselves. It forces us to become better versions of ourselves. It forces us to demand way higher standards from ourselves, and not only to want to feel good by making other people feel bad, or pointing out incompetencies, wrong things that people are doing, and wanting to use that to draw a sense of importance to ourselves. So as we go out and enjoy our Sundays, let's remember that we do not have the mandate to judge. In fact, we've got a mandate to show love, and we should not allow this divides or categories that we find ourselves in to make us judges. If I'm a Christian, I should not assume that I've been given an automatic right to judge a person, for example, who's a Muslim. And if you're a Muslim, you should not think that you've got an automatic right to judge a Christian. If you're a Buddhist, if you whatever religion that you believe in, you do not have the mandate to judge. But if you have any mandate, is to show love to everyone without passing any form of judgment. Yes.